Hey, welcome back. So somebody sent a comment. I said once in a while I'll be working on I'll be reading comments, right? So somebody left a comment on this Mohbad matter that I thought I should make it an update. It's not true to me. Again, this is all hearsay anyway. But I'm just gonna read it as an update, and then I would like to know what your thoughts are. But shout out to Bobo, I guess Bobo or Bobo, I'm not sure. Person says Mohbad's mother was just being sarcastic here. So remember the story where there's an audio. So this is like a part two to that. There's an audio of her saying to Mohbad's father to go and do DNA tests now, because she was so this person tried to explain where she was coming from, with now kind of like insinuating that even Mohbad's father is not the real father. Mohbad, just a quick catch up. Mohbad is a young man who passed away in September. As a young man, upcoming artist, it passed away, and there were kind of like shady stuff around his passing, and there's still investigations going on about that. But since then, there's been a massive family feud in their family, and we kind of covered the story so we can, for the most part, note how not to behave in public when there's crisis in life. Crises are inevitable in life. Conflicts are inevitable in life. And if you're going to prepare for anything in life, preparing for happy days in marriage, y'all should love each other, y'all should do this, y'all should never cheat on each other. All that kind of stuff is surface level, okay? What you really need to be learning is how to handle conflict. And most people literally ignore the reality that conflict and crisis will happen in life. That's literally the only thing that's inevitable. I said the only thing, but I just said two things: conflict and crisis. The point is that it's going to happen to everyone in one shape, form, or the other. Large scale, small scale, it's going to happen. And how would you conduct yourself when there's crisis? Meaning you're faced with a situation that you don't understand and really upset you. How would you behave, right? So we try to cover this kind of stuff so you can at least note how not to behave, and then we give you some tools to replace that, because there can't be a vacuum. You have to have ways of reacting when this kind of things happen. So in covering all of this story, we kind of like in between the lines, you can read between the lines and get some lessons. Okay, all right. And by the way, the lessons are not only what I say, it's also sometimes when you kick against what I say, it forces you to think a little bit deeper. That's what I'm looking for personally, and that's what you should be looking for. All right, Mohbad's mother was just being sarcastic here. The father has been going from one platform to another seeking for donations to pay lawyers' fees and to do DNA. He has gotten a car gift on the pity party he's been doing while throwing the mother of his children and Wumi, the mother of his son's child, under the bus. Okay, his daughter-in-law. He was already reconciled with Mohbad's mother, and Mohbad planned to hold a traditional marriage for them. That's for his parents. Okay, I've never heard that part, but I think it looked like they had something going on, right? So he was trying to hold traditional marriage for them, where his father would have paid his mother's bride price in October. Wow. If he had not died in September, Mohbad's mother claimed that there was no fight between them till their son passed away, and he would have slept over at her house the day after Mohbad died, but couldn't do so because of the family members that came to sympathize with her. Okay, so the mother is the one you're looking at right next to me. That's Mohbad at the center, and that's the father, all the way to the extreme right. All right, so he would have slept over at her house. So there's literally, this person left a sentence of about 1,000 words. I think there's a couple of periods there, but anyway, I'll try. So he couldn't do so because of the family members that came to sympathize with her. Yet Mohbad's father started telling his bloggers that she was sleeping around. That was why she left her children, and she only came back into his life when he became rich. He went as far as implying that the mother turned his children against him and was using charms to collect money from Mohbad while Mohbad neglected him. Okay, so he's clearly jealous of this woman at this point. according to this report. Now, let me say this. People turning their children against each other is a very common accusation, okay? My estimation is that it's only accurate at around 10% of the time when people throw that around, okay? On either side of the gender. When we say, well, he forced the children, he taught the children against me, or she taught the children against me, okay? The reality is that those children are also going through that experience with you. And they're also making up their own mind on what they think is happening. And their own narrative is not necessarily accurate either. People are sharing their own experience. You're sharing your own experience. That person have their own experience. And all of these different experiences are different. Okay? Even when the police show up in case of a situation like this and they take down notes and they say, hey, this is what happened, there's always some kind of unique angle to the way that experience is narrated. And this is something you should be aware of when you're handling conflict. It allows you to approach things with empathy. Okay, I had a conversation with my wife this afternoon on the topic of empathy. Empathy is not about emotions. It's not about exonerating the other person that you're having empathy for. It's about you having some patience with yourself so you can understand where they're coming from. It doesn't mean they get away with their crime or their misbehavior or their atrocities. No, it means you as an individual can calm down and take some time, drink some water, and understand where they are coming from, so you're not shooting from an empty place, because you're probably going to shoot something, right? You don't want to be shooting blanks from an empty place, because that's precisely what you're going to do, and you're going to make matters worse when you're doing that. Let me continue. So again, he went as far as implying that the mother turned his children against him and was using charms to collect money from Mohbad, while Mohbad neglected him. This particular blogger and some other bloggers that have been contributing money for him rubbished this woman, rubbished Mohbad's mother, and likened her to a public toilet just because she refused to join him in lying against their son's widow. He went ahead to tell his bloggers that he would have preferred that it was Adura, Mohbad's younger brother, that died instead of Mohbad, because he also refused his request for him to lie against Wunmi at the coroner inquest. Chengbo. Mohbad's, now I was not exposed to this, but some of these things are predictable. When you see people behave a certain way, some of these things are predictable. And if you just know enough of these things, eventually you'll see that human beings have patterns. We do. Mohbad's two siblings and their mother are in support of Wunmi and Liam, Mohbad's son, for reasons best known to them. But Mohbad's father is claiming that they have all been paid to work against getting justice for Mohbad. This woman sent this voice note, the voice note that we played the last time, right? She sent that voice note to Mohbad's family friend, that is the one managing his affairs now, because of what Mohbad's father said on Brekete platform. Yeah, that's what we were reacting to, right? So she, out of anger, sent that voicemail, right? He practically called his grandson a bastard there. He did, and they corrected him, and he tried to adjust it, but you said what you said is on tape, right? He practically called his grandson a bastard there. He said the boy's placenta was given to the biological father of that child. See, if you reference the biological father of that child in your rhetoric, like, they give it to the father. If you said that, you're essentially saying that that child is a bastard. It will be interpreted as exactly that, even in the court of law. Yes. And that it was not Mohbad that named the boy Liam. He did say that. He claimed Liam is a Muslim name. He also mentioned that Mohbad's mother is married to another man, which is a white lie. Okay, we're not sure if that's a lie or not. He himself has confirmed that they are now reconciled several times. Okay, I think there are videos of him saying that out there. It would interest you that after Baba Mohbad said all he said on Brekete, and after this Mr. Muyiwa received this voice note, they both went on a platform where money was donated from Mohbad's father to thank those that donated money to him. And they said they wish to tell people that they are not denying that Liam is not the biological son of Mohbad. So now they are now saying they are not denying it. Okay, all right, good. At least they're fixing it. I don't know how far they can go with fixing that rhetoric, but let's give them some chance, cut them some slacks, right? They both claimed they are only asking for DNA to save the boy from future embarrassment. Right? This voice note was supposed to be a private voice note to someone who claimed to be a distant cousin, family friend of Mohbad's father. So releasing the voice note to the bloggers supporting Mohbad's father only proves that he was the one that has been using those bloggers to bully his daughter-in-law and his family because they're not happy with the way he has been using Mohbad's death to gain wealth. All right. Let me say this. That's the end of that, okay? Let me say this really quickly. Nobody is going to gain wealth from Mohbad's passing, okay? As a matter of fact, I don't think there's anything there for them. You know, I think that man was too young when he passed away. I'm not sure if he has too much. They might get royalties here and there, hopefully, you know, to take care of Liam, but whatever they are fighting for is not much, honestly. And that's what people miss sometimes when they are fighting over properties. What a waste. What a waste, right? Money is a vehicle, okay? But that's about it. You know, that's about it. The happiness you can get from money and properties and so limited. It's not worth it. It's never worth it, because this too shall pass, and then you'll be left with yourself, essentially. Okay, but let me know your thoughts on this update. I just wanted to bring this here as a quick update. Let me know what your thoughts are on this quick update. Do you think, do you believe what this person just, shout out to Bobo who left a comment, okay? Is it true? Do you believe what they said? Are you still taking sides here? You know, when the family feuds, right? Nobody wins, right? It's a waste. Nobody's gonna win in any of this. I'm sorry, oh, I'm sorry for you. Nobody's gonna win in any of this. Okay, they're just gonna drag themselves, and unfortunately, it becomes additional trauma for that young man to have to deal with for the rest of his life. Okay, but I want to know your thoughts. I'm curious. Leave your thoughts in the comment area, and let me see here. Yep, I'll be back in 20 seconds. It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.